y'all doing? Hope you're having a wonderful day. So y'all, there's a lot going on in the world, you know? We gonna have to trust God for real, huh? Look like y'all. It's a lot going on in the world, yet God is still in control of everything and of everybody. And when we grasp that concept outside of all of the different opinions and ideologies and, you know, beehives that's being erected and all of that stuff, you know, the Bible tells me that, and this ain't no Bible thing, but, you know, it's a Bible thing. To be transformed by the renewing of your mind, right? When you come into Christ, you be transformed by the renewing of your mind. When you come into Christ, you are no longer conforming to this world and the systems of this world, but you're being transformed by the renewing of your mind. So, you know, that entails that, you know, this is for those of you who drank the Luciferian tea on the way to the top, but didn't realize on your way to the top that there were stipulations in your being on the top, and you had to abide by these stipulations, or, you know, they was going to do you like they did R. Kelly. Do you like they do Whitney? Do you like they did Bill Cosby? Do you like they did Zachary Tibbs? Amongst others. You know, being transformed by the renewing of your mind. See, a lot of y'all, you know, were found inside of the Ark of Safety. And, you know, when you were found, there were, you know, situations that you might have been going through, and you might have had ambitions and endeavors to do and be a certain thing. And, you know, like Jesus, like when Satan took Jesus on the pinnacle, you know, it was like, if you do this, then I do this. If you do this, then I do that. If you do this, then I do that. You know, all of that. And the Lord told him, rebuked him and sent him on his way. Well, you know, a lot of y'all were taken on the pinnacle. And they showed y'all a lot of, you know, the houses, cars, land, man, women, you know, both. You know, men land with men and women land with. They showed you all of that. And, you know, they enticed you. And instead of staying on the right side of the kingdom, which is being transformed by the renewing of your mind and not touching any unclean thing, you know, all of that, you know, you chose the lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, and the pride of life over your souls. So, you know, God trying to fix all that, because we already know that, you know, this world is continuous. We already understand that, you know, them people do stuff every 400 something years and make you think, you know, the world coming to an end and all this, you know, all of that. When they know the truth about the world and how it's set up. And so, you know, but their job is ultimately to corrupt as many souls as they can, just like Satan did in heaven. That's why he got kicked out of heaven, because he wanted to take over heaven. He wanted to be the man. So, you know, God kicked him out, and now he's the prince of the world, prince of the air. And so the prince of the air has taken that which is holy and sacred. Because you know his body was made up of music, right? And gems and crystals and beautiful jewels, you know, and musical instruments. And, you know, he was, you know, this beautiful being. And his worship was awesome. Like kind of like R. Kelly's, if he get, you know, some Jesus for real. Like if he start worshiping Jesus, kind of like, it's going to be like that. But anyway, he chose to take God's language of love and corrupt it, and thereby causing the people that were supposed to be representing Christ, taking them out of the ark of safety and giving them, you know, putting them on the pinnacle and giving them this, that, and the third, all of what they wanted, what they thought they wanted, which was supposed to bring them peace, but ain't none of them in peace, right? Right. Took that and used that to contract and condition those people that they took out of the ark of safety to corrupt. You know, the people. Not wanting their seeds to be corrupted. Now, here's the kicker. This is why they really mad. Because in the corrupting of the certain people, their people got corrupted. See, this was supposed to be for only a sector of people to corrupt only a certain sector of people. The contracts were only designed to corrupt a certain type of people. But then their people started being corrupted by this music that the people was contracted to corrupt the people. So it boomeranged, and now everybody corrupt, and now they want to take out the whole world. Now they want to abide by the guidestones. Oh Lord! And because the knowledge of the guidestones has gotten to the spirit of man, they would destroy them. Because everybody, they plan has been, thwarted. And so now, all of them confused up there. And so now they got to come, because their stuff is being exposed. There are some people who have been contracted into this lifestyle have to go and try to defend the corruption. Yeah, defend the corruption so that the people would still want to or desire to be corrupted. And God is trying to bring heaven to earth as it is in heaven. And, there's a discrepancy with it because the people who were found in the ark of safety who were corrupted because of the lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, and the pride of life, they really don't have no ground to stand on because they were never gods in the first place. They just, chose that route because they weren't accepted in the industry before they agreed to do the corruption. And the people who the people trust are now being exposed for who they really are. And because the people followed these people's blueprints or follow these people's traditions or ways of life, the people have been contracted. So everybody's belief system is off. This is why now there's a discrepancy with the music industry. And it's now seemingly to be okay to worship or to do praise and worship of the devil or with the devil and his imps, and in the same breath and mouth and spirit worship God alike. And that's some strange fire that should never be offered at no altar. So we have a discrepancy there's a discrepancy in the heavens and there's a discrepancy in the earth realm. And because of this discrepancy in the earth realm, there's a discrepancy in heaven. Because now some of the believers are in agreement with it being okay to still listen to Beyonce and and all of these other demonic entities that are literally spewing out word curses. Church folk. When I thought that, when you come into Christ, you transfer by the renewing of your mind, and you taking off the old thing and putting on the new, which is Christ. Not compromising as we, you all are doing. And, because you making it okay to worship these people or entities that are spewing out word curses, meaning you're in agreement with the word curses. So how can God do anything in the earth realm, which he's going to do it anyway because he don't need y'all. Let me just put that disclaimer out there. But he would like your souls to be conformed and transformed into the newness of Christ. So we have to choose whom we're going to serve. And we're going to have to choose ye this day to serve Christ and no longer worship idols and all of that. Because y'all got a lot of idol worship going on out here. Beyonce ain't the only one. There's a whole bunch of them that y'all worshiping. And God is like, when they quit worshiping that, and them, and them, and them, and them too, and the government, and them, and all of them, then I could come in and bring heaven to earth as it is in heaven. But not until they denounce all of the alliances with Satan. There's a whole lot of alliances. Y'all got alliances. And I don't even think y'all know the depths of the alliance that you have. And at some point, Christian people, Christian influencers, you're going to have to, choose. You can't serve God and Satan. You just can't. Even the enemy has deceived y'all even to the degree where you will take jobs worshiping Satan and say, that's how I make a living, but it's in the name of Satan. So you in agreement with Satan's work. And yeah, the work of the wicked is well laid up for the just, but that's you offering up strange fire. Strange. And that should not be in the kingdom. That shouldn't be named among us. I've been quiet because I've been watching all this stuff unfold, and there's some foolishness out here. And my spirit can't, I don't jive. Like I went somewhere, to support, but I saw a lot of different stuff popping off, and my spirit was like, get the hell up out of here. And so I left. That's how I roll. I can't be in agreement, agreement, in an alliance with strange fire being offered up. So we don't have to check ourselves before we wreck ourselves. Because there's a lot of stuff that say, like there's a lot of folk that say they for God and ain't God and don't know nothing about him. He said a lot of folk gonna say, Lord, Lord, and he gonna be like, yo, I don't know you, bro. Because I don't know what that was you was doing out there for the love of money. And enticing the people and telling them it's okay for the love of money. At some point, even our achievements and resources are going to have to be holy.